We
You got to pay attention to what they're saying, bro.
right,
Corporate transparency. Corporate Transparency Act, right?
right.
These motherfuckers they've been money laundering niggas since we was ever thought about in a nutsack. They was money laundering.
Who was they?
So,
The government?
yeah, government, they friends. They been money laundering. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So for you to think that they trying to stop money laundering, you got to be insane. Because that's their job, is to launder money.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They take your tax money, they launder that, they launder everything. So for them to say that they're trying to do financial crimes is retarded. But the only financial crime they're trying to catch right now is the motherfuckers who put in them PPP loans. So what the Corporate Transparency Act actually does is, so say you invest with my company, right?
Right.
And you got a PPP loan, right?
Right.
So you are 25%. If you own 25% of a company, then you are considered a beneficial owner. Yeah, so how it actually goes is like this, bro. Think of this. Everybody that got PPP loans, right? Their name is in the system as having a business and all this type of shit, right?
Right.
So what happens is, say you invest in my business. Now, I never got a PPP loan, though. But you invest in my business, and you got a PPP loan. Now, you didn't take that PPP loan money and invest with me, but you invested in my business, and you got a PPP loan, right?
Right.
So the Corporate Transparency Act is the first step at knocking off people with PPP loans. Because what they're doing is they're going to come in. If you got your name on that company, but you got a PPP loan, they're going to go back and trace back to see if you had a business at the time that you got that PPP loan. If you didn't, you committed wire fraud. So what they're going to do is they'll come back in and they're going to tell me that you no longer own the percentage of the company, of my company, that you own, you no longer own it. They seized it. So now the government is my business partner.
Wow.
You see what I'm saying?
Wow. So
that's the Corporate Transparency Act, bro.
Okay, and then let's say the government, let's say that actually happened to you, hypothetically. Okay.
Right.
Once you're the 76% owner and they're the 24% owner, what is the dialogue?
Hold on right quick. Let me turn off my.
If let's just say that really happened, right?
Right. Hypothetically speaking.
Okay, so now you're still 74% owner and now they're 24%.
Right.
All right. So how does that dialogue come about? Like, how do you go about running a business with a government?
For one thing, the government ain't running businesses, bro. So I probably wouldn't have the government as my business partner anyway. They'll sell it to somebody before they keep it. So that means I don't know who the hell it is. It might be somebody in the government, but it won't necessarily be like the IRS won't. The IRS or anything inside the cabinets won't own my business. It'll be a personal person. They'll say they sold it to somebody. They'll sold that percentage to somebody for the price that was owed for what you owed them. So it don't matter if my company $1 billion business. They'll sell that percentage of my business for the amount that you invested in, that you owe. So it ain't like that they'll come in and be like, oh, well, see, since this business is worth this much now, we're not going to take all your shares. We're just going to take some of them. No, they're not going to say that. All that shit got to go. All of it got to go because it was derived from fraudulent means. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So this was a two-part situation. This Corporate Transparency Act was a two-part situation, right? One part was done by Trump, one part was done by Biden. Two-part situations. So Trump's situation in this is cut every check. I don't give a fuck if the paperwork fucked up, it's wrong, none of that. Cut it. Just give it up. It don't matter who the fuck applying. It don't matter, you know what I'm saying? Because you got to think about this. The niggas who was doing the PPP loan paperwork, them niggas ain't never did no tax paperwork. They wasn't accountants and shit. They were niggas from the streets. They were bitches from the streets that worked at McDonald's before they started doing PPP loans.
You know, your local tax preparers. You know, it's a lot of people. You know, in the in the culture, in the community that do taxes. You know.
Yeah, but they not tax professionals. It's a difference. I can do your income taxes, bro. You can do your income taxes by yourself,
right?
Because it's like a what's that test called when it's a multiple choice situation,
right?
So that's not a tax professional because all they do is they go in and learn a class to do your personal income taxes. That's it. That's not a tax professional. They can't go to no company and apply for CTA position because they worked at H&R Block. Because the situation in itself is more it's more crucial. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
For you to do my business tax paperwork, that's totally different than me doing personal. Because I have exemptions, I have all type of shit that you got to dig into. I got to get a forensic accountant to do my taxes. You see what I'm saying? Because they have to dig through everything. Now, with this CTA, because they have a clear understanding that us as a people, we don't understand nothing that these folks saying. We don't get that shit. We just moving and grooving, bro. When they said that a nigga could get $20,000, niggas just ran for it. Niggas didn't think about the consequences, the consequences of their actions or nothing. They just ran for it, right? So Trump allowed the loans to go out. That's why people love Trump for what he did before the pandemic. They love Trump for what he did during the pandemic. And that was all the money that was coming out. That's what makes niggas want to get Trump back in office. They think that he gonna put another PPP loan out. That's not happening ever again in life. Right? It's not. I'm just keeping it real, bro.
Yeah. The pandemic was different. The pandemic was something we never seen. So yeah, I believe that.
Yeah, that would never happen again, right? So you have all these niggas go reelect Trump, and they gonna find out that he was always some bullshit from the gate. Right? Because he's not going to pull back that law that Biden enacted that the PPP law specifically, they extended the investigation phase because the federal government can only investigate you for 7 years. If they don't arrest you in 7 years, then they have to drop the case. They can't keep on going, right? So Biden extended the investigations of the PPP loan for 10 years. Up to 10 years, right?
Right.
So he also, which was already in, you got to look at the paperwork. It was already in the House. The Corporate Transparency Act was already in the House. It's been in the House for years before the PPP loan shit. It was in the House. It just wasn't passing. They had no reason to pass a Corporate Transparency Act because the only people that really own corporations was white people.
Right, and they're not going, justify their kind.
Right, and they made sure that they are exempt from this CTA situation. They had to write in the law to make sure that it exempt them from being checked.
And when you say them, you mean big corporations?
Major corporations, senators, because everybody invested in something. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Now, everybody's invested in something.
Right.
So senators, house members, all that stuff are invested somewhere. And some of them got PPP loans. But the only companies that have to report are companies that's making less than $5 million in gross receipts. The only people got to report to the Corporate Transparency Act. Those are small businesses, bro. Those are businesses that probably have investors that got PPP loans. So they are checking through the businesses first because they want to see how they can recoup the money first. They don't want to lock you up first. They want to recoup the money first. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So in order to recoup the cash, they trying to find where the cash went. Where did all the money go? Now they know the bulk of it that we got went into vacations. So that money already spent. Them niggas going to jail. Because they ain't going to them niggas, all the niggas that spent their money in Miami going to jail. Because them folks going to come up and they going to say, you owe us. And we need that. You know what I'm saying?
So how would they find them if they didn't invest in a business and they didn't do nothing else?
Because their name and social security number is still on the paperwork. Their real name and social security number is on the paperwork. Their real name and social security number is on the bank account that the funds were transferred into. That's 2 wire fraud charges in itself. You sent fictitious tax paperwork in. That's wire fraud. When they sent you the money, that's wire fraud. Each wire fraud charge carries 25 years in federal prison. They give you up to 25 years in federal prison for every wire fraud charge.
Damn.
So when you assimilated fictitious paperwork, to acquire a loan that the government was covering, you just violated about 10 federal laws, bro. You just broke 10 federal laws. And they laughing at it, even Trump laughing at it, because he said, we knew them niggas was going to do that. And we knew if we let 5 niggas get along, then the rest of the niggas can go run do it. And they literally, man, I'll let you talk to my banking professional, bro. He said that they told us streamline all of them. Don't look at the paperwork. Don't do nothing. Just stamp it approved.
Seriously?
But the reason for that, yes. What do you really think, bro? Let me tell you something. A lot of that paperwork was so fictitious. It was doubled. You got 5 people got PPP loans on the same paperwork. These niggas didn't have LLCs. They didn't have bank accounts for a year. You had to have all that shit in order to even get this fucking loan. So everything that you put on the paperwork
was a lie.
Everything you put on the paperwork. So what they'll do is this. This is what they'll do. I'm going to tell you what they should do. This is hypothetically speaking. You know what I'm saying? Say you are a person that was preparing PPP loans for people, right? You was getting your little 5,000 jug back and everything for every PPP loan you did for somebody, right?
Yeah, so but see, okay, hold on. The person that was doing the paperwork, they didn't put their name or information or their social security number on nothing.
Yes, they put their name on it because you have to put your name on it as a preparer. You have to put your name on it as a preparer, and the CTA is saying that they see this paperwork. So you have to put your name on it. Everybody that did that paperwork got their name on it. They got their name on it. That's some weird shit. But
so I own a business. I want a PPP loan. I couldn't fill my own shit out.
Yeah, you can fill your own shit out, but you still have to get the tax paperwork. The tax paperwork has to be prepared by somebody that said that they're a tax professional, and that's not you.
Okay.
Yeah, that's not you. You can't get your tax paperwork from yourself when it's in a business. You have to get it from a tax professional. So whoever signed their name on there as a tax professional, this is what they're going to do. They're going to grab the PPP loan paperwork, right? Because they still got the paperwork. They didn't. I don't know what paperwork they burnt it or something. Because they definitely didn't burn it.
What if they gave a fake name?
Bro, you cannot get a bank account with a fake name.
Okay. The tax preparer.
Yeah, but how many people have transferred money over into their bank account from Zelle and all that shit? You think about it. You had to give somebody $5,000.
Right.
A lot of the banks didn't have $5,000 to give you, so you can only transfer it digitally.
Right.
You can only transfer the money digitally.
Right.
You can send a cash out. You can send it, and that is connected to what? A bank account. That's connected to a Social Security card.
Right. So the people that was preparing taxes or preparing these PPP loans, and they got their cut. They got it through some digital form of transaction,
right?
from the person that they did the PPP loan for.
Right.
And that's gonna come back and damn.
Yeah. Because what happens is, like I was saying, say you was the one, say you prepared 20 people's PPP loans, right? You the one did it, right?
Right.
So they caught one nigga. They caught one nigga that you did. He told them that you was his preparer, right? You was the person that prepared the paperwork, right?
Right.
So now they have your name. So now they're searching your name in the database to see how many people, you know what I'm saying, got your name on their paperwork. And even if your name wasn't on their paperwork, they still gonna see, they're gonna be like, okay, well, how many people transferred money to him? You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So whoever transferred money to him, that was pretty much a PPP situation, right? So what they do is, all of y'all niggas will go to jail on a RICO case. All of y'all, because that's RICO. Because it's a conspiracy, it's a criminal conspiracy. Y'all conspired to defraud the government.
Right.
Y'all defrauded the government. Then y'all turned around and put in paperwork saying that y'all spent this money legitimately when y'all didn't. And we forgave the loan. And then we come back in and find out that all these businesses was fictitious. All of them. And that's one of the reasons why all this stuff that people talking about, oh, it's Biden's fault, the milk going up, the eggs going up. What make you feel like that a shortfall ain't going to come out of somebody's pocket? And the companies ain't going to make it come out of their own pocket. They're going to pull it out of yours. So the prices go up. You got to deal with the prices going up because you wanted to defraud the situation. If all the fucking if a nigga came in the store and stole all the milk, then you can't be mad if the city ain't got nothing but a limited supply of milk and they selling it for $10 a gallon.
Right.
You can't be mad about it because you was laughing when y'all was buying it for $1.50 a gallon because a nigga hit the truck. Remember, nigga hit the truck. He pulled up in the hood. He had all the milk in the truck, and he was selling it for $1.50 a gallon. Y'all was kikiing and cockeying till y'all ran out of milk. When y'all ran out of milk, now that y'all out of milk, they want $10 a gallon in the store. So we got to replace the milk that y'all stole. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I see.
So when now I'm not saying that we took a lot. We took a lot of money, bro. But bigger companies took way more money. That's why they going after those bigger companies first. The bigger people who took the bigger chunks of money, they going after them first.
All right, give me some examples of some bigger people and some bigger companies.
Shit, they got the Pretty Ricky nigga. They came straight for the Pretty Ricky nigga. What's his name?
Spectacular.
Blue. No, Blue. When they came straight for Blue because he had got like $2.5 million in PPP loans. So they came straight for him, put him straight in the penitentiary. And he got to pay back double what he got. He got to pay the government back double what he got. He got to do 5 years in prison and pay the government back double what he got.
When he get out.
Yeah. That nigga owe the government for the rest of his life, man, if he don't get out here and do some gun search, man. You see what I'm saying? So when they come to these regular niggas who took their PPPs and went to Miami and went to Vegas and was fighting out here on the strip and all that shit, right? When they come to them and say, hey, you owe us $70,000 for that 20, because everything that you do is fictitious, and right now we can lock you up, but we ain't gonna. We would rather recoup the money than lock you up. Man, niggas ain't even got apartments.
Yeah.
How the fuck they took them PPP loans and wasted them? They don't even have apartments. So how the hell is they going? How the hell them same people gonna pay the government back $60,000 from the 20 that they borrowed? And the government has 10 years, man. 10 years, all the way to 32. They got all the way to 2032 to book you on a PPP situation.
That's big.
Congratulations. They let the dope boys out of federal prison because they knew the roundup that they was gonna do next was gonna fill it back up.
You said that this next roundup gonna fill the jails back up. So
oh yeah.
So they building big prisons. You know, I know a couple prisons being built and they humongous. You know, is this something in connection with that, in line with that? Like,
oh, but yeah, because listen, bro, they flooding the street with fentanyl. They flooding the street with fentanyl. Let's keep it real all the way around, bro. They flooding the street with fentanyl. They giving fentanyl to niggas like it ain't nothing. It's dirtball cheap. The niggas that's going to jail for the fentanyl are coming right back home. They coming right back home, bro. They're not even letting them. They're not even holding them niggas in jail. Nothing. They just, 20 years ago when they went to prison are the same niggas who selling dope today. They the ones. They the plug on the fentanyl. How the hell is the niggas who've been in the prison designer drugs? I'm talking about the first day out of prison. You got all the designers. You got all the designer drugs.
That's big.
You got the same niggas got the clubs in the city. Same niggas. The same niggas who sold dope and got caught, beamed up in big roundups and everything, bro. They're back on the streets selling dope. But they're selling fentanyl. They're not selling the dope that they were selling. They selling fentanyl to our community, bro. So who don't die and who don't go to jail, those will be the niggas that's left. That's it. We just really threw ourselves in the hucklebuck by taking the money that they was giving us that we thought was free.
Right. Man, it's a lot of people took that shit.
Yeah.
You know, it's
a lot of people.
It's 50 states, people. You know, 50 states.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sure some white people did some fraudulent shit too, you know. Oh
no, dude, I would never take that they did fraudulent shit too. They some white folks did the PPP loan, bro. And it's some big companies that did the PPP loan. But the difference in the two is those big companies was really paying out paychecks. See what I'm saying?
Right.
They was really paying out unemployment dues and stuff. They had to pay out unemployment dues for real. So yeah, they did squander some of the money. They might have squandered $10 million, but they did have to pay out $30 million in unemployment fees, right?
Right.
So they had to go through the unemployment office. So those big companies, they wagged because they had to put a big bulk of it on unemployment. So they wagged the fact that they blew $10 million on fucking off. We didn't send no money through unemployment.
Right.
Everybody put on their forgiveness that they paid a bill. Or they did this, but they didn't pay a paycheck. No one paid a paycheck. That's what the fucking loan was for, a paycheck protection program to keep you in business in order for you to be in business after the pandemic to still be able to hire people so they can still work, bro. That was the purpose of the PPP loan, bro. It wasn't to go to Miami.
Right.
It wasn't so when we need to go over there. It wasn't so when they opened the country back up, because that's the walkway. It wasn't so when they opened the country back up that we could go and go places we never been before in our life. That wasn't the purpose of that money, bro.
Right.
And that's what it all boiled down to. So they instituted the CTA, Corporate Transparency Act, that anybody that's involved in a business or a company that has less than $5 million in gross receipts.
Bro, that's a lot of businesses that don't make $5 million, bro.
You're right. But it's all small shit. Ain't no big businesses, dude. My company make less than $5 million in gross receipts, right? But if I go hard in the paint, I'll do $10 million in a year in gross receipts. And how much money people have given me for a service, I could do $10 million. That don't mean that I'm gonna walk home with $10 million because you got to pay bills, overheads, all the shit. But you can make $10 million. And if you make over $5 million, you don't have to report to the Corporate Transparency Act. You don't have to report. If you make $55.5 million, you don't have to report to the Corporate Transparency Act. So you have a lot of businesses that the way that they're going to do it is people got money. So they'll up their gross receipts.
How do you up your gross receipts? Somebody has to really buy something from you.
Yeah, but they ain't really buying shit from you. They're doing the shit that Trump Daddy did. You remember what Trump Daddy did when he was folding up in Atlantic City?
Nah.
I'm good. So when Trump was folding up in Atlantic City, right, his daddy came in to one of the casinos, right? $10 million. No, he had $5 million. It was $5 million. He walked in there with $5 million. He got $5 million in chips, put the chips in a bag, and walked out. You know what he just did? He loaned his son $5 million without nobody knowing.
Oh, because he owned casinos.
Trump owned the casino.
Right.
So when his daddy went in there and got a $5,000 worth of chips, but did not gamble none of the money, he just loaned his son $5 million.
Right.
You just have to know that's why Trump said it the best. He said, you can't get mad at me for beating up the loopholes, man.
Right.
You definitely can't get mad at me for beating up loopholes. Y'all the ones created the loopholes.
Fact.
And I never felt no type of way about him beating up the loopholes. I never felt no type of way about that because the government created the loopholes. But they created the loopholes for themselves. You remember when we was younger, they used to say this all the time when we was in school. They used to be like, the shit that our parents are doing now and they're agreeing to now is going to affect our kids. It's not going to affect them and it's not going to affect us. It's going to affect our kids. What are we going through right now with our kids at the age they are right now? They are affected by all the decisions that we made before them. All the decisions that our parents made before us, and all the decisions that we made in the process has put our kids in a situation where they can't feed themselves in another couple of years.
Right.
We did that though, and our parents did that because remember they used to say all the time, man, y'all keep on pushing, y'all keep on letting them institute all these fucking laws. Your kids gonna have to deal with. Your kids have to deal with these laws. Your kids have to deal with these bills that we keep on racking up. Your kids gonna have to deal with these bills. We paying bills from when. See, nobody don't remember when the nigga Bush left office. Everybody forget when Bush left office what he did. Y'all don't nobody remember what Bush did, do they?
Bush, the daddy or the son?
The son.
Bush left office in 2007, 8.
No, 2007, because Obama came after him.
Yeah, 2007. So,
what did he do when he left office?
I'm trying to think back to 2007. Hold on. He did it right after he left, or he did it before he left?
Right before he walked out the door. Right before he walked out the door, he did it.
Well, I know he did some pardons.
They all do pardons. That's nothing.
Okay. He probably put some type of executive order in place.
That's what it is. Before Obama got into office, we were already in a horrible recession.
Right.
Nobody remembers this. We was already in a horrible recession, right?
Right. Well, it was 2008 was the recession.
Right.
So I guess it was getting bad. Yep.
Yep. That's when Obama got
into
coming.
Office. It was coming.
But when Bush left, he gave corporations $750 million bailout for the housing market before he left. $750 million for a bailout, right?
Right.
And then he gave $6 billion to Mexico. Nobody wants to talk about it because everybody wants to be on the Biden shit. But yeah, he gave $6 billion to Mexico, supposedly to fight drug trafficking.
Damn, that's a lot.
Yeah. He got $6. You ain't got to believe me. You can look it up.
Okay, now what damage did that do?
Shit, we went into a recession.
How fast do you think this Transparency Act, or like, you know, the enforcement of it, like how fast are they trying to get this shit under wraps quick, or they, you know, gonna take their time? I know.
They're gonna start instituting the audits after this year. They're gonna start instituting the audits on companies. Because by the end of this year, like my company, I don't have to report to this. I don't have to have been reported till December of this year, because I already had my company was already running before the Corporate Transparency Act kicked in.
Right.
Now, anybody that starts a company this year has to report when they start the company.
Right, like 30 days or some shit.
Yeah, they have to, when they start the company, they got to go ahead and report now, type of situation. Right? So I don't have to report to the end of the year. So they're not going to kick in trying to see what's going on to the end of the year, to next year, when everybody have to have their paperwork in.
Okay, so it's going to kick in next year when everybody got to have their shit going.
Yeah, when everybody got to have their paperwork in, it's going to kick in. That's when it's going to kick in. Boom. And that's when they gonna audit all them companies and see who in them companies, what they got going on, and all that type of situation. That's how that happens.
And if you blew the money, you don't got the company no more. Like, how do they deal with that?
Shit, nigga, they gonna tell you you owe them. You know how this shit go when the people say now, it's a difference though, because you didn't get the money from the IRS. They could still just charge your ass. To be honest with you, they can still just charge shit at your ass and be done with it. And you still gonna have to pay the money back regardless, because it was stolen money.
Right.
So even if they put you in prison, you still gonna have that to have to pay back. Yep, that's how that shit gonna go.
That's amazing.
A lot of these niggas feel like they done wagged it. A lot of these niggas living down on 11th Street now that they got that money and blew that shit out their ass. A lot of them niggas who was called themselves the tax professionals for that situation, they also call themselves tax professionals today, and they still doing people taxes. They gonna put their ass in jail. Cause nigga, ain't no way you supposed to get $30,000 back on no fucking income taxes, bro. $20,000 back on no income taxes. You're lying if you're doing that.
Right.
And you're gonna have to deal with that. And that's what kills me about black people, because we quick to want to whine, bitch, and complain, right? But I'm sitting here telling you, I can tell you to your face, bro, don't do that, bro, because it's gonna be a consequence. And you know what the motherfucker look at me and say? Oh, nigga, you just a hater. You just a hater, nigga.
Right.
You right. I'm just a hater, my nigga. I'm sorry. I'm just a hater, man. I don't know what else to say. But that's what they gonna tell you. You a hater, man. You just mad you didn't get the money. No, I'm not mad I didn't get the money. I don't care.
Right.
Because, nigga, when you're sitting in the penitentiary, you gonna be mad because you gonna have to call a nigga like me on the street. You gotta call me to put some money on your books.
Right.
So you need to be happy that it's gonna be a couple of us still out here on the street, because yeah, they gonna book you. They're gonna book you. They definitely gonna book you. You know what I'm saying? And I hate it for the people, because a lot of them people that got them PPP loans was fucking women.
Yeah, a lot of women got it. A lot of women got it.
Yeah, a lot of black women got them loans, bro. A lot of them black women going to jail, bro.
And they gonna tell everything.
That's what they're going to get first. You know why? Because they have kids. So they're going to go get them first. Because they're going to be the first ones to tell. Want to go home to your kids? Yeah, you know I do. Okay, well, you need to let us know who did your paperwork.
Do they even have to ask them that? But like you said, like they can find that out.
Yeah, they don't have to ask them, but they, you know, it's always good to have the person that that you did this paperwork for. It's always good to have that person on the stand to tell on you, right? Or have them in your paperwork to make you go ahead and take the plea.
Right.
And that's the way that go. A lot, like I said, a lot of women got those PPP loans, bro. A lot of them women gonna tell, bro, they're not gonna do no time in prison, bro. They're not. We know that. It's not a secret. Them folks ain't gonna do no time in prison, bro. They gonna tell. And whoever did their loan paperwork, whether it was females or dudes, they going to jail, bro. They got to deal with the situation.
What if it's a female that did it? Like, she got kids too.
Oh, well, she going to prison. They don't give a damn.
So they want the people. So they really want the people who was preparing these motherfuckers.
Yes. And they gonna start they're gonna start RICO conspiracies to get the people who was preparing the taxes. I mean, preparing this paperwork and sending it in. And them niggas gonna tell. Because ain't no nigga gonna go to prison for no fucking 25 years for submitting some paperwork. They all gonna take 5-year prison sentences. Listen to me, bro. They all gonna take, everybody that tell gonna take a 5-year prison sentence, bro. That's how that's gonna go. Everybody who tell gonna take a 5-year prison sentence. The niggas who's doing the fucking paperwork, they're going to prison for a long time, man. More time than a dope boy ever got. For a white collar crime.
Is it any way that you can think of, whether you was the tax preparer or whether you was one trying to get the loan? Either way, either side of the fence. Is it any way they could have slipped through the cracks and not put they self in harm?
They might did. Some of them might did. But the reason I doubt that situation is because somebody taught you to do this loan paperwork, right? Y'all didn't know how to do no loan paperwork. You niggas ain't even never filled out a loan. Nigga, to get a loan personally for y'all. You don't even know how to fill out a loan paperwork. So somebody taught y'all this shit. The motherfuckers who taught y'all this shit, they taught y'all so y'all could be the motherfucking fall guys. They taught y'all so y'all could fall. Excuse me. That's the reason why they taught y'all. Because they knew that y'all was going to be the ones make the biggest mistakes because y'all didn't know what y'all was really doing. They just gave y'all the specifics of it.
Right.
They gave y'all the specifics to get it done. But they didn't tell y'all everything, so it was always a slip up because they didn't give y'all all the information in order not to slip.
Right. Okay, I get what you're saying. Well, why would they set them up to fall when they not benefiting shit?
They are benefiting because they was doing PPP loans too. They was doing them too. Hold on. Yeah, they was doing them too, so they did benefit. That's what I'm saying. They gave the motherfuckers who really taught people how to do them PPP loans were real tax professionals. Those were real business tax professionals. So they did the PPP loans for legal people, right? And even the illegal shit that they did, they can claim plausible deniability because what they gonna say is, well, at the end of the day, we gave them their tax paperwork. We didn't know they was doing something illegal, right? They got plausible deniability. But before the PPP loans, you worked at McDonald's. You was a McDonald's employee. We know that for a fact because we've been doing your taxes for the last 10 years. You've been working at McDonald's. So how did you go from working at McDonald's to being a tax professional? You never paid no taxes as a tax professional. You never paid no taxes when you running a business as a tax professional. You never did that. You paid taxes as a McDonald's worker, a Burger King worker. That's what you paid taxes as. Bro, everything has a paperwork. Everything in this country has a paper trail, bro. You can't sit there and say, "Hey, I didn't get no PPP money." Well, shit, we got a bank account with your name on it. We got a bank account with your name on it that pretty much says that we transferred the money into that bank account.
Right.
So what do you mean? Where did the $20,000 come from that we sent you? Where did the $20,000 come from that we sent you if it didn't go to you? So now you saying somebody stole your identity use your name, all this type of shit. That's what you saying? Because we can go into the investigation on this and try to figure out what's really going on. But I'm gonna let you know this right now. If we start investigating this and it still come back to you, we're gonna bust your ass. We're gonna bust your ass.
Straight like that.
Right now, we're giving you a chance to tell us who did this paperwork for you. Because we obviously know, you know what I'm saying, that it was some paperwork done. So all we want to know is who did the paperwork. We're going to try to cut your time down as much as possible. We just need to know who did the paperwork. That's it. And everybody going to tell, bro. Everybody going to tell. Everybody that got along going to tell, bro. I'm just going to keep that shit 1,000 out.
Yeah, most definitely. The women, most definitely.
Man, listen. Everybody's going to tell, bro. They are. The niggas, the bitches, everybody gonna tell, bro. It's not a dope charge. It's just it's not a dope charge. People feel like it's nothing wrong with telling on the situation. Because it's not a dope charge. So they literally like, shit, it ain't no dope charge. It is what it is type of shit.
Right.
Yep, that's the way that shit goes.
Well, man, you are now watching 702 Visions.
Shout out to y'all boys, man.